WXII 12 News at 10 on the Triad CW starts now.
Get ready. Tomorrow is the busiest travel day of the year, and the traffic backups and pileups have already begun. At least 70 vehicles involved in this wreck. Thankfully, nowhere near here, out in Spokane, Washington. Who's going to see rain or worse as we inch closer to Thanksgiving?
And a $2 billion plan, billion with a B, the massive changes that could be coming to Guilford County schools, and who would pay for it.
Plus, eyes in the sky, the new drone technology a local sheriff's office is using, and how long it took one deputy to find our Brandon Bates after he hid in the woods for this very story.
But first at 10, the Thanksgiving travel rush is on. People are already out on the roads trying to avoid traffic backups and possibly some dangerous weather conditions as well.
We hope they get where they need to go safely. On the left, a live look I-40 in Greensboro. More lights than are usually out this time of night. On the right, cold and snowy Sioux City, Iowa. Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope is in the building tonight, tracking how the next few hours, the next few days are shaping up here for us. Lainey.
You know, out there today, you probably noticed the clouds moving into our area, and those clouds are going to get thicker, and they'll produce at least a little bit of rain in our region by tomorrow. You can see clouds, but no rain immediately. But just to the west, you see a heavy batch of showers right now covering up Kentucky and Tennessee. Also a line of severe weather extending a little farther to the south. That is the front that is heading our way. Notice the snow that is over the upper Midwest. Another round of heavy snow pushing inland right now, and that will be moving into the Rockies over the next 24 hours. We are looking at a few passing showers very early tomorrow morning through midday. Then we'll be drying out. Then the wind is going to be a concern for Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day. Cool, breezy, and dry here, but that storm system I was just telling you about is moving inland. This is Thanksgiving Day, where you can see wind, rain, and snow in the northeast, snow in the middle of the nation and the Rockies, with rain down through Texas. Fast forward to Friday, notice all the snow in the Rockies, the rain spreading up towards St. Louis and Chicago. And then for Saturday into Sunday, going to be wet up and down the eastern seaboard, also a little bit wintry the farther north you go. We're going to talk about our forecast not only for Thanksgiving, but we'll look ahead at Friday for shoppers as well as the weekend.
Lainey, thank you. Happening now, investigators are trying to find out who's behind a drive-by shooting near High Point Central High School, happening on the last day before the holiday break. Officers tell us several people were arguing, including students. They say someone drove off but then came back and started shooting as they drove by. A vehicle in front of the school got hit, but no one was hurt. In Greensboro, police are trying to figure out who shot a person today on Meisel Road near the Bannon Park apartment complex this afternoon. No word on how that person is doing, and we don't have any information about a suspect either. Bail is set at $2.5 million for a now former ROTC instructor at Greensboro's Smith High School. Daniel Smith was in court today, accused of raping a 17-year-old student yesterday afternoon in his office. The accuser told investigators she tried to fight him off and told a school resource officer what happened once she was able to leave. Greensboro police say Smith told them that the sex was consensual. His next court date is set for January 23rd.
A $2 billion plan to improve Guilford County school buildings means more than a dozen schools could potentially close. Leaders tell our Steve King the money would provide lasting solutions to ongoing problems.
You are simply passing an additional cost down to the next generation, and you will pay it because those facilities are many of them are done.
A firm hired by Guilford County Schools says instead of repairing all existing buildings in the district, some need to be renovated or replaced entirely. The firm unveiled its Guilford County Schools Master Facilities Plan on Tuesday.
We have spent over or nearly $1 billion already, just Band-Aids, just being able to expand a building in a school. This is looking at a district-wide, project, and I think that's going to be financially more efficient.
Our heaters aren't working, our air conditioners aren't working, that we have leaky roofs, that the facilities just aren't up to date, to accommodate 21st century learning needs, and are not really the schools that our students and our staff deserve. At first glance, the plan seems to be thorough, it seems to be fair, it's spread across the district.
The plan, if approved, would cost more than $2 billion and take about 10 to 15 years to complete. It would include rebuilding 22 schools, renovating 19 others, closing 13 school buildings and 11 administrative buildings, as well as improving safety and learning technology in schools district-wide. It would also include priority repairs for the 56 schools that need them most. 5 new schools would be built, some schools would be consolidated, and all mobile units would be eliminated.
I hope we find the political will and the commissioners find the political will to invest now in the next budget cycle, but also to name a bond amount and put a bond on the ballot that's capable of getting us to funding this faster than 10 to 15 years down the road.
School District Superintendent Sharon Contreras says she believes the necessary bonds would be put on the ballot by the County Commission and ultimately approved by voters.
So this is not a plan where there are winners and losers. And with respect to what does this do for the community, it increases home values. It ensures economic development in the region and the sustainability of Guilford County as a force in North Carolina and in the United States.
That was Steve King reporting for us there. If approved, the bonds would be implemented in 3 to 5 year increments. It's a complicated story, lots of numbers, lots of math, lots of impact. We have a complete breakdown on our website, WXII12.com. It's also on our free mobile app. Alamance County Sheriff Terry Johnson says he is working to end sanctuary cities in North Carolina and overturn the governor's veto on ICE detainers. A handful of sheriffs, including those in Forsyth and Guilford counties, are not honoring requests to detain immigrants. Those sheriffs claim it violates their legal rights. Sheriff Johnson was in Raleigh for yesterday's roundtable meeting with the ICE director and acting Homeland Security Secretary. He tells our Bill O'Neill he's taken an active role in the effort to win over these non-complying local sheriffs.
I've talked to Sheriff in Guilford County possibility of getting those sheriffs together and let me come in and talk to them, show some of the problems we've had here so they may better understand what we're going through.
A High Point family lost their home to fire early this morning, and now firefighters are trying to figure out how it started. Here's what it looked like overnight along New Street. Firefighters say flames brought the roof down. No one was home, though, when that fire started. The National Fire Protection Association says North Carolina is one of the top states for fire loss claims. It ranked 9th for cooking fires, and Thanksgiving Day is peak day for them. The #1 cause is unattended food, so keep an eye on whatever you're cooking and move anything that could catch fire away from hot surfaces. Remember, you can always slide a lid on top of a pan to contain a fire, and never throw water on a grease fire.
Well, tonight, thousands of people don't have to worry about the cost of feeding their families this Thanksgiving season. It's all because of a couple of Triad churches. Churches in Greensboro and High Point handed out thousands and thousands of boxes of food today. At Lawndale Baptist Church in Greensboro, there on the left-hand side of your screen, the folks there provided meals for 5,000 families. And on the right-hand side of your screen, Williams CME Church, the folks there continued their tradition of feeding 10,000 families. Each and every box contains a turkey and all the side dishes.
Excited, we feel fulfilled. We feel like we're walking in the Spirit of God, doing and fulfilling the commission that God has given us, that of helping those who are less fortunate.
New tonight, Foundation, started by a couple of local basketball stars, are teaming up to donate a bunch of Thanksgiving meals in Winston-Salem. The Josh Howard Foundation and the Chris Paul Foundation joined the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office today at the K&W on Healy Drive. Organizers say it is all about the spirit of giving and fellowship.
This has been an awesome event, just for the three of us to be able to partner together, and then to see all the happy people coming in, getting a meal, fellowshipping, and then leaving with a smile.
Well said by Mama Paul. In our nation's capital, the president kept a White House tradition going today. He pardoned 2 turkeys from the Thanksgiving table. Their names are Bread and Butter. They were raised on a farm not far from us, Clinton, North Carolina. The pair will live out the rest of their days at Gobbler's Rest, which is on the campus of Virginia Tech up in Blacksburg, Virginia.
After that, the president rallied supporters in Florida and once again attacked the impeachment inquiry. He called Democrats maniacs as the House moves forward with impeachment proceedings following the investigation that started about 2 months ago. Reed Binion has more on this story.
The House Judiciary Committee announced Tuesday it would hold its first impeachment hearing next week on December 4th, with more expert witnesses set to share their testimony. The committee chairman, Democrat Jerry Nadler, invited the president and his counsel to attend the hearing, as well as participate by questioning the witnesses. Trump took to social media, saying he would like to see some of his top officials, like Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Secretary of Energy Rick Perry, testify during the hearing, but says future presidents should in no way be compromised. When asked whether he would actually testify, Pompeo had this to say.
The president tweeted just a short while ago that he'd encourage you essentially to testify in the impeachment investigation. Is that something you're considering?
When the time is right, all good things happen.
While Trump has made no mention of whether he will testify or has plans to, his counselor Kellyanne Conway opposes the idea.
I certainly wouldn't advise the president at this point to testify or to provide written answers.
The hearing announcement comes as the Intelligence Committee plans to release its report summarizing its investigation after Congress returns from its Thanksgiving recess next week. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
A Democratic presidential hopeful is going to be making a stop in our state later this week. In fact, it's early next week, technically. Sunday, Pete Buttigieg plans to talk about poverty at the Reverend William Barber's Church, which is in Goldsboro, North Carolina. The Reverend Barber is the co-chair of the Poor People's Campaign and used to be president of the state chapter of the NAACP.
You can help feed families in need tomorrow when you stop by our first food drive of the holiday season. We're going to be at the Chick-fil-A on Peacehaven Road in Winston-Salem all day, starting at 5 in the morning, helping bring in food and monetary donations for Second Harvest Food Bank.